Hey, good morning. Sorry, I had to get the phone all adjusted. Let's see, I've got the sun coming through on the side window. Let me see if that helps a little bit. And I'll sit up super tall. Hello! How are you guys? Happy Monday to you, Miguel Fox, Northern Vermont. Hashtag FoxBoss Truck Studio. Can you see? Here's my visor. Yeah, right, with all my warning signs. But the sun's coming in from my, I don't know what side it is for you, but, for me, the sun's coming up from the east, and it's beaming me in the eyeball. So, how are you? Good morning, Leslie. I know you're on the countdown, girlfriend, and here I am. I'm right there with you. So I decided to jump on really quick this morning, Monday, and just, it's a little bibbleby-bobbled and gobbled in choices and balance, and just, I'm on my Monday groove. So here I'm going to share it with you. I got to tell you, last week was a little cray-cray. It was a little overload as far as work. I had some family things going on. I had a lot of additional emotional stuff going on. And I have to tell you, by the end of the weekend, where everybody sort of filtered off and cleared and went back to their zones and all of that, I wasn't so much physically tired as I was mentally tired. I was like, whoa, and I was like, wow, I just kind of need to shut down for a little bit and just recap and get myself back together. Oh, everybody's on. Good morning, Allison and Leslie and Scott. Hi, guys. Happy Monday to you. So here's what I have to say about this. So when you're thinking about what do I want to do and how do I need to complete my world and I want to get my goals and do my dreams and do this and do that, there's a component that isn't a physical thing that you do, an activity you do. There's a piece that you do inside here that's really critical to the overall success of what do you do outside of here, and that's taking care of yourself. That's taking care of yourself mentally and emotionally. So in my example, last week I really ran hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the office. I had continuing education Thursday and Friday. My sister flew in from out of the country for a 24-hour visit, like bing, bang, boom, in and out. So, we had a lot of activity going there. I hadn't really seen her for 3 years, so we had a lot of catching up to do. I'll tell you truthfully, and I hope she's watching this because it's important. She's in a place where she's changing her world and seeking her dreams, and I'm in a place where I'm doing the same thing for myself. And as a result, we've had a few bumps in our road. We've had a few things where we've kind of done this a little bit, and we're finally, I believe, at a place where our lines of communication can be much, much better, where we've learned to accept each other's differences and choices without any judgment, without any, oh, I can't believe you're doing this or that, and just put that to the side and accept and recognize that we all are on our own personal journey, and everybody around us, they might be on the journey for a little bit, but think of it a little bit like the ride at the amusement park. They get on the ride with you for a little window, and then they get off the ride and they go do something else. But you're still doing your own ride. So we have our own journey. We have our friends and family who ride along with us for a little while, and maybe they hop off and go do something else, and maybe they come back and do another ride with you for a little while. But your journey is your journey, okay? It's not their journey. And it's totally two different things. Sorry about this beam of light in my chin. Craziness, right? So there's a place where you need to separate, or I need to separate, or one needs to separate the things that we do on our own journey and how much we allow or choose to let the external, whether it's your family, your friends, your coworkers, other decisions, impact the value of what you choose to do for yourself in your journey. And so I know that seems really obvious and simple and common sense, but I got to tell you, when you have the emotions involved, sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes you let that emotional piece get in the way of the clarity and the reality of doing the journey. So, truthfully, my last 3 years, I've had a really difficult time keeping lines of communication open in my story for you with my sister. And to the point where we couldn't have phone conversations. We had very limited messaging on texting and everything. It would be like one word. It would be very superficial. Hey, how are you? Yeah, fine. And it really has taken several years for us to sort of pull apart and then draw together to get back to a place where we can really be the two people that we are and still have our own independent journeys, and it's all totally okay. So the long and the short is that all occurred, over the weekend, and by Sunday night I was like, oh man, I am whooped. I'm just mentally whooped. Well, long story short, I get up this morning and, things sometimes have to sit and filter through. You don't do your best thinking in the moment. Sometimes it has to filter through and just settle. And all of a sudden you wake up oh. So, I did a little filtering and sitting for a little bit. And when I got up this morning, I got to thinking, gee, maybe some of the difficulties that I've been having lately as far as progression in my journey and progression towards my goal isn't so much about, are you doing a physical activity? Are you picking up the phone? Are you messaging? Are you having connections? Are you doing this or that? Some of it, I think, is we get in our own way. We block ourselves because we're not either dealing with or accepting that there's a piece mentally inside or emotionally inside that needs tending to get the balance right. Because if you don't get the balance right, I don't care how good you are as a clinician, a technician, a marketer, a mama, a sister, a whatever. I mean, the truth is, you can be those things, but if you don't get things right, if you don't get yourself situated to create some balance for yourself, you can't be that best whatever. You can't. You're just, you're doing the mechanics. You're just, tweaking around. But until you clear this and kind of get things grooved in, and really accept that maybe you need to look and deal with some stuff, then you're not going to be at 100% to do what you need to do for yourself or for anybody else. So I'm hoping this makes sense to some of you guys. I realize I'm kind of like blah, 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 a little bit off the map. But that's my observation on a Monday morning about what's been going on in the last week or so and where have I been as far as what am I trying to achieve for myself. And when I get on here, sorry, look at this, my nose is dripping into everything. Oh my gosh. Where am I in what I do? I got to tell you guys, I love to come on here and do these morning chats because I kind of feel like, I learned something. Maybe I should share this with my peeps. I like that. I really like that. But lately, sometimes I get on, I'm like, I don't know if I want to really share something because I feel like maybe this is my deal and this isn't going to resonate with somebody out there. So sometimes, if you're on here, please give me some feedback. I question sometimes, is what I'm saying making sense? Is what I'm saying resonating? Am I just out here babbling on a Monday morning? So I get here and I say the things that are in my heart because I figure, well, gosh, if it's in my heart, I bet you it's in somebody else's heart, right? Somewhere in the universe. So if this made sense to you, then move it along and let somebody else see it. If it didn't, then, don't, whatever. But that's really about all I want to say on a Monday morning. It's early. Oh my goodness. So balance, it's not enough to just say, here's my dream, here's my goal, let me just get cranking. There's stuff you've got to clear, you've got to deal with. Maybe you've been carrying junk since you were a kid. Maybe, like for me, I've been carrying some junk for the last few years with my sister, whatever. You need to address it and deal with it and clear it so that you're in a better position to be the best you can be for yourself, to achieve your goals, to do what you want to do, to move forward and be the best you can. And you can't do that by just, putting it up here. You really have to, you got to do the work. I mean, that's just the truth. You got to do the work. So, that is where we are. I mean, that's where we are on a Monday morning. So I'm going to jump off. I hope everybody, if you live in the Northeast, I hope you're staying warm because it was a nice balmy 37 this morning at my house. A little chilly, a little cold. So, bundle up if you live in the Northeast, and if you're down south, lucky you. And, just, be kind to yourself. Just be kind to yourself. It will come back in whatever, like multiple exponential goodness back. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, enjoy your Monday, and, do the best you can. That's all you can do. All right. I'll catch you guys later. I'm late for work now. So I gotta go. So happy Monday, and I will tune in tomorrow and catch y'all. Thanks. Have a great one. Bye-bye.